Let's welcome in now host of the Rubin Report, Dave Rubin. Dave, wow, what a day here. Affirmative action is now effectively over. I know you just listened to President Biden's statement saying this cannot be the last word. But it's interesting also to point out that this was based on some lawsuits that white and Asian students felt that they were being discriminated against with all of this. And the justice is also clear, saying if someone feels that they are a victim of racial discrimination, they can still sue. They can also use an essay to talk about what the president was saying, adversity, and how race has shaped their lives. Your thoughts on this momentous ruling?
Well, first, I would say today is an absolutely fantastic day to be an American and to believe in the institutions that protect America, that protect individual rights, protect the Constitution and rule of law, and protect equality over equity. One of the things with affirmative action that I think has confused a lot of people is there's this sort of general idea out there, oh, we would like to help black people, let's say. So you want more black people to be in college. Now, at first glance, that might sound right, but what they never really take into account are the second order of things. There are not unlimited spots in all of these universities. There aren't unlimited spots at med schools or at corporations or anywhere else. So if you are going to elevate someone based on the color of their skin, which is a very trivial characteristic, if you ask me, then you automatically are going to have to punish somebody else. So in the past, Harvard used to discriminate against Jews. Now they discriminate against Asians and white people. And I don't think any kid who's, let's say, 17 years old and he, comes from a South Korean family and they worked hard and maybe they had a bodega like where I grew up, where a lot of South Korean families, own things like that or owned a 7-Eleven, something like that, that they should be discriminated against. If they worked hard and their family taught them the right values, they have every chance to be part of the American dream like everyone else. All America can do, or all any fair society can do, is give equal opportunity. You have to work hard, get yours, and yes, some of us start from different places. Some of us are born into a lot of money. Some of us are born into nothing. Some people are born with abusive parents or from drug addicts or all of the litany of things that life is all about. A society can only offer the opportunity to enter the game and do the best you can. So we have removed, the irony really is that the other side always says that that America is systemically racist. Well, in some cases they were right, like this one, and now we have removed one of those hurdles of systemic racism. So it's a great day.
Well, Dave, John Huddy, I'm going to jump in. So basically this ruling says that colleges and universities can still look at a person's racial background. It just can't be the only factor in determining whether that person gets in. And then as James Rosen was talking about, as President Biden just said in his comments, he spoke about adversity, looking at the adverse background, the economic background of students. And he also mentioned, as he was walking out, a reporter asked, is this a rogue court? He said, no, it's not a normal court. Well, no, he's right about that. It's the Supreme Court, so it's not a normal court. But what are some of the drawbacks to this ruling? With the administration, do you think this is going to, or are we going to see now the executive branch getting involved in the Department of Education and pushing more colleges and universities to look at adverse backgrounds? What do you think?
Well, unfortunately, probably yes. I mean, the Democrats have made it very clear that every time the Supreme Court makes a decision they do not like, they want to either pack the court or change the makeup of the court or undermine the court or say that the court is doing things that are unconstitutional. I mean, look, it was last week that we had the reversal of Roe v. Wade, and Kamala Harris put out a video that day saying that women's constitutional rights were taken away. It's completely 100%, 180% untrue, 180 degrees untrue. So this is what they've done with everything. So they will use this as an excuse to undermine the court further. As for the distinction, and I'm glad you made it, that there's a difference between looking, choosing the amount of people. We have a certain amount of slots available to let incoming freshmen, and we're going to choose it by race. You could, yes, I think it's okay, and you could probably argue it the other way. But personally, I think it's okay when a young student who's a junior, usually is when you're applying to college, if you write an essay and you talk about some of the challenges that you've had that perhaps could be related to your ethnicity or race, maybe that offers a sort of a piece in the tapestry of what could get you to college, but not your skin color alone. And again, you do not solve past discrimination with current discrimination, and that is what we have removed. So this is all good, but yes, the Democrats and the administration. And just remember, I mean, Joe Biden doesn't know what he's saying. He's just reading whatever they put in front of him. So they could have put a completely opposite statement, and that would have been fine too.
I did hear an end of quote snuck in there from the podium there. So again, and of course he has the big interview with Legacy Media at 4 o'clock. Let's see if they ask him about Hunter Biden's plea deal. We'll see. Remains to be seen.
Not much diversity with his choice and who to give interviews to.
Dave Rubin, a pleasure. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today to react to this major SCOTUS decision.
If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about politics instead of mindless drivel, check out our politics playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist, all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.